Holy crap, do you guys... Sorry, just tallied up the votes. Whew, that took me a while. And I started like 2 hours before the voting cutoff. Oh my god. The results are in between Shantae and Heavy Weapons Guy from last Saturday. Yes, I'm sorry. We'll get to it in just a second. I gotta run through my little spiel here in case there's anybody new. If you happen to be joining this late, you're still more than welcome to participate. It's simple to do so, but what is this? It's a tournament. 100 characters are put into it. The results are good. The results are good, I promise. But, yeah, 100 characters are put into a tournament each day on the channel. As long as there is an upload I can do for this tournament, as long as there's a match, I will upload it. And then we vote between one of the two characters down in the comments section. You guys know this by now. But there's a few rules, and, well, let me just put up the rules, and let's get through them really quickly. All right, rule number 1. This is for fun. Keep that in mind. The tournament is for fun. You can vote for whoever you want. It's all good, okay? It's cool. It's fine. Rule number 2, you only get 1 vote per person. Rule 3, how do you vote? Simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character that you are voting for. If you happen to like both characters in the matchup for the day, yes, you can vote for both characters by simply typing the word both. But keep in mind, and remember, 1 vote per person. Rest of the rules, this is a double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated from this tournament. Then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, we're going to flip a coin on camera, best and first way to break the tie, and each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week, so you have 7 days from when an episode first gets uploaded to get your votes in. If your vote comes in after that, it doesn't count. Alright, simple, those are the rules, let's go to the results. Alright, the time has come from last week's what an epic matchup that was, and it didn't disappoint. Both fan bases showed up. One fan base showed up a little bit more. That's all. There's your hint. So the winner between the two and the character, because neither of them have ever lost technically, the character that is going to the loser bracket. So I guess I'm making this way too. Here's the winner. Who won? You see this? That's not a joke. Heavy Weapons Guy defeated Shantae. It has happened. Shantae has lost for the second ever time in these tournaments. And it really wasn't close. Heavy Weapons Guy, 189 votes. I mean, if you're going to beat Shantae, you better almost beat her by 100. Almost 100. That's... I don't know what to say to that. That's insane. But Shantae had 94 votes, so she's been very consistent with her votes. Heavy has been as well. I mean, Heavy in his last matchup. Let me just check that, because I think he kind of dropped. He had 79, and then before that he had, what, 78? So, or, no, wait, he's down here. 62. So, yeah, the Heavy for Smash community, you guys showed up big time, and you defeated Shantae, so... Heavy Weapons Guy is going to the finals of the winners bracket. Not the overall championship. Keep that in mind. That's a little bit later. But Heavy Weapons Guy is one of the final 2 remaining characters in the winners bracket. We'll figure out who his opponent is next week sometime, because we don't have the results for that matchup yet. So, anyway, Shantae, she loses. So where does she drop down to? Good question. Let's figure this out. Where did she drop down to? I think she's down here, right? Yep. Okay. So, Shantae's in the loser bracket now, but we have to get through a couple matches. So, before, she'll either end up facing one of 4 characters. It's either going to be Isaac, Raymu, Bomberman, or Master Chief. One of those 4, maybe Raymu, depending on how well that community shows up. But, yeah, Shantae's down there waiting for her opponent. But, speaking of waiting, we're waiting for the next matchup for the day, right? Rayman, the limbless wonder himself, is taking on Ryu Hayabusa. That guy, that ninja, right? The one that just came off beating the other ninja, Scorpion, a couple days ago. So, let's jump into this. Let's get this done, shall we? Rayman is up first. Now, there was a leak. I asked about it. I didn't know what anyone was talking about. Somebody posted on Twitter this thing of the rumored and I guess somewhat confirmed characters for DLC Volume Pass 2. And it was just 3 characters. Obviously, we know ARMS. So, like, the first slot was ARMS. Second was that League of Legends leak that's been going around, which... I don't know, it's a little interesting. Little interesting, right? League of Legends, that'd be crazy. But then the third thing was Rayman, and I asked a couple of people, what is this Rayman leak? And the only thing I got was, it's been debunked. I never got to actually see what this recent, somewhat new Rayman leak was. I actually hadn't even heard of a Rayman leak yet, so kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But Rayman, I think it still goes to show that Rayman is still very much wanted in the Smash Bros. Community. He still has a very good fan base. Like recent events, and I think this is this could be something decent to go off of going forward, which is the Ubisoft. They finally got representation in Smash Bros. With the last update, right? We got well, I guess they already had representation. Sorry. They got even more representation than just spirits. They ended up getting the Rabbids Mii costume and the Altair from Assassin's Creed Mii costume as well. So, Ubisoft's starting to get a little bit more from Nintendo and Smash Bros. Okay, Mii costume, that goes on to a playable character, right? What's the next step from almost playable character? I mean, maybe assist trophy, but playable character, that's where I'm headed. Is Rayman on the verge? Is Rayman on his way to Smash Bros? As a playable character, I should say. Because he's already in Smash. So, here's the deal. So, we all know his spirit, right? We know the one, I don't have the picture, but we all know what his spirit looks like. So, okay, you can't have him, right? Because his spirit's already in the game. Well, here's an interesting thought for you. What if they went with his original artwork? Just different artwork, a different Rayman in a sense. Here, this one right here on the left, the one that's a little bit faded. How about they go with that one for his new player spirit? What are they called? I think it's player spirit. Whatever. His new spirit would be his older artwork. Why not? That makes sense. Different characters already in the game already have different iterations of themselves as spirits. Rayman can do the same thing. So it'd be really cool. Again, Ubisoft has been getting a little bit more support. Rayman is a pretty popular character. Maybe not so much in Japan, but that's not always the be-all, end-all, you know? Are you popular in Japan? No. Alright, you can't happen. That's not the No. There's chances, right? It's Nintendo that picked the DLC, right? And I think if we're going on the speculation that, Nintendo's doing this as a thank you to the fans sort of Fighters Pass. Again, why would ARMS fit into that, though? ARMS was heavily speculated going into Smash Ultimate, so maybe Nintendo was like, alright, they thought about it, so we're going to put them in. So, a thank you to the fans, like, hey, you wanted this, so alright, we'll see what we can make happen. So, Rayman was definitely wanted, of course, going back to the really good fake. It wasn't even a leak. It was just a really good fake artwork and really well done by Artsy Omni about the whole thing. And to be honest, that it really kicked off the whole Rayman for Smash thing, and like just really gained a lot of momentum, a lot of traction in that. Because then he got he had his random trophy, and now he has just a spirit, and it's like, what? Come on. Playable character. Maybe it's on the horizon. Maybe he gets announced for Fighter Pass 2. There's still the thing about, is Rayman frozen on the battlefield? Some people have been telling me that it, I don't know, but I don't know which way I kind of lean on that one, but some people have been telling me it's like the light reflected in the background through the crystal, so it's a little weird how it plays out, but it makes sense to me. I guess I understand that. But I don't think you can deny it does look like Rayman frozen in the crystal, the ice on the stage. And what about that for a really weird theory, right? That's been thrown around. I'm sure this has been thrown around. I'm not the only one that talks about this. But what if Sakurai intentionally did that? What if him and Ubisoft, Nintendo and Ubisoft came to agreement about Rayman being in Smash Bros. And, for some reason, he planted him in plain sight this whole time. What if it is Rayman and that would be his reveal trailer? Him actually breaking out of the ice. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Sitting there in front of us the whole time. It'd just be a fun, cool little nod, I suppose, in a way. So, speaking of other characters kind of breaking through, I don't know, whatever, so breaking through the shadows in this case, Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series. This mythical, legendary ninja from, way back. I mean, he goes way back to the NES days, right? The Ninja Gaiden games were so well known for being ridiculously hard, alright? Like, you really had to understand and get down, like, the timing of enemy attacks. And once you could do that, then you could advance easier in the game, but if you didn't know that like enemy attack patterns and timings and stuff, you got your butt whooped. Plain and simple. But so like that aspect kind of sticks out to a lot of characters, or to a lot of fans, a lot of people. So they can recognize the character, they recognize the game, and go, all right, yeah, I know who it is, I know what it is, and I think it'd be pretty cool. And there's still quite a bit of people in the comments every time Hayabusa has a matchup that says, yeah, he does deserve it. He's been around forever. He's an icon. He's a legend. He's earned a spot in Smash Bros, right? And plus, Koei Tecmo and Nintendo, they also have a pretty good working relationship. You know, like Ubisoft and Nintendo have been, I think that's kind of been growing over the years, I'd have to say. Especially, you know, the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom crossover battle thingamajig. Koei Tecmo has always been worked very well with Nintendo. So what if finally Nintendo was like, all right, Hayabusa, Koei, Tecmo, let's make this happen. Let's get Ryu into Smash Bros. Let's get Hayabusa into Smash Bros. So, again, he's a ninja. Moveset is very simple. He's got his blade. He's got shurikens. He's got ninja maneuvers that I cannot do. Plus, he's in the Dead or Alive fighting franchise. So, he's already got fighting moves built for a fighting sort of style. So, that just works as well. So, it'd be really cool. He's got just... Overall, for me personally, I really love the design of the character. I really like the vibe of the character. I just like the character, I guess. You know, I look at him, the moveset. I can imagine seeing him in Smash Bros. I know he'd be a little bit, maybe not a little bit, but he'd definitely be on the more, we'll say, the mature side of characters. You know, like a Snake or Bayonetta. But again, I think I've kind of warmed up to that. I still think they look a little out of place, but then it's not a bad thing, but you know, a little out of place. And just over time, it's grown on me. Snake has. Bayonetta's still starting to. I don't know. I guess I'm just not a fan of Bayonetta overall, but you know, the realistic characters, the mature characters, I have no issue with that happening in Smash Bros. Whatsoever. As long as you can tone them down just a bit, you know, you don't need the added, you know, the gore and the bloody. You don't need any of that stuff, right? You're just gonna have him slashing his sword, throwing his shurikens. You're just gonna have that sort of stuff. So if you do know Ninja Gaiden, you will know it is a violent type of game. But again, you can still tone a character down and still have them feel like themselves. So for this one, this one's easy for me. Hayabusa is the top 10 character that I want to see. Rayman, I think, was he's definitely in the top 25, maybe top 20. I don't remember exactly his spot, but Hayabusa's higher up than him. So Hayabusa's got my vote in this one. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comment section. Hayabusa, Rayman, or both. They're all good options. So we'll see who wins this one. And that is going to be it. So I don't think there's nothing for Monday. But Tuesday we should have a new matchup. I believe so. Tuesday, should we? Yes, Tuesday. Actually, we could do Monday. I could do Monday. But then again, I think when did that matchup happen? Was that Monday or Tuesday? That was Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday there's going to be a matchup. So we'll get the winner of Spyro and Crash, and the winner of that will be facing Heavy Weapons Guy for the Winners Bracket Championship. That'll happen on Tuesday. All right, we're throwing that out there. That's on Tuesday. And do we get any other results? Maybe? I don't know. There's more to come next week. So anyway, that is going to be it. Double upload again today. One from this tournament, another upload from the other tournament. It comes out later today. And speaking of today, also the new Raid Boss Arena is going on. You want to face them? Come to the arena. I'll post it on YouTube in a little community post tab or something like that. Arena ID and the password. Very simple. You want to play it? You're more than welcome. You'll join. You'll fit right in. So that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.